Hello everybody. Hi, good to meet you. My name's Angie.Cameron from Direction. I'm a counsellor and psychotherapist and have been for 25 years now, and also deliver training and mindfulness workshops and courses. Everything from resilience in times of stress and difficulty, mindful parenting, calm and chillax, mindful retreat days, that you can check them all on our website anyway, direction.org.uk. But thanks so much for joining me, and what I'm going to do is actually just spend about 4 to 5 minutes, just a wee bit time for you really, but actually the practice itself, the mindful practice that I'm going to do is around our daily struggles. I think more often than not what we do is often we think that we're the only ones that have these daily struggles, and actually all of us have them, whether it's a kind of general low mood, whether it's getting the kids out to school, whether it's challenges financially, whether it's relationship difficulties, whether it's time pressures, lists, getting on top of things, admin, whatever that might be. Or so much to do, because our lives are, it's so busy, it's so full. So what I'd like to do is just a little practice, 4 or 5 minutes, if you can spend that time. I know I say it often, but there is 1,440 minutes in every single day that we have. Every day, 1,440 minutes. So maybe just giving ourselves just 4 or 5 minutes to kind of, just to deal with some of the tricky things that come up in life, because we all experience these difficulties, every one of us, not just me, not just you. And it's really good to remember that. So this little practice kind of combines that mindful element, the remembering that we're not alone, and we're not sometimes we get that isolated feeling that we feel that we're the only ones with these struggles, these difficulties. And then maybe just giving ourselves a little bit of reassurance, bringing some warmth, gentleness to ourselves. So when you're ready, whether you're standing or sitting, just ground yourself, allow you to feel your feet on the ground just now, and listening to the bell all the way through. And you can close your eyes if you'd like. And so just as you close your eyes, maybe just bringing, because it is a mindful practice about daily struggles, maybe just bringing your hand to the heart region. And we do this for the intention, Chris Germer says that when we make contact with our body doesn't know it's us. And it has a really nice response of it kind of feels soothed, and we can feel that warmth and care from our hands. So that good intention from ourselves to ourselves. So we're just initially going to think about a daily struggle that you have. So we're not analysing it or picking the biggest thing. We're just going to pick a general, smaller daily struggle that you have in your life right now. And this might change from day to day, even throughout the day it might change. So just bring that to mind just now with your hand on your heart. And without any judgment or thinking you're less than or not good enough, maybe just think about how that struggle affects you. So initially how you struggle with it, and what other emotions that you feel when you're struggling with this experience. It could be frustration, it could be impatience, it could be stress, it could be anxiety, just anything. And if you can't locate, or it finds tricky to get a sense of what you're feeling there, just even that felt sense, or a general kind of idea of what's going on for you emotionally. And then come into your thoughts and just being aware of those thoughts, of when you go through this struggle. So, one of my weekly struggles is getting my kids out to school. So sometimes, I can feel quite anxious about that. So and yet the kind of thinking ahead sometimes is what I do. So think about what you do when you're in this situation that causes you that kind of struggle or stress, and how your thinking patterns are. They might be a bit more negative, slightly more irrational. Just whatever they are, just acknowledging them. And maybe also how it kind of affects you physically. So is it a specific tension you get in the neck or the back, or so just simply noticing that. And we're going to go on to the second part of the practice, and the second part of the practice really is about reminding ourselves, and sometimes this is really difficult for us, but reminding ourselves that everybody out the whole 7 billion people on the planet go through daily struggles. Everybody does. Everybody has difficulties, and everybody suffers. So it's not comparing one at the other. It's just about saying that to yourself, about recognising, yeah, everybody goes through these struggles, don't they? Everybody. And then coming to that third part of the practice is, what would I say to maybe one of my best friends, maybe my partner, maybe somebody I just really love or care about, could be even be one of your children. What words would I use? What tender and caring words would I use? So maybe 2 or 3 things, maybe like, it's going to be okay. Or may I be more gentle with myself? May I care for myself more? Just the words, it's important that you find the words that feel good for you. And just before I ring the bell, we come out of the practice, is just reminding ourselves that when we do go through these daily struggles, of when it actually happens in everyday life, is bringing your hand to your heart. So you don't have to go into practice, but when you are struggling, going through these difficulties, bringing your hand to your heart region, acknowledging, gosh, this is tricky for me, this is difficult for me, it does push me. And the second bit is, yeah, other people go through this all the time, don't they? And the third bit is, you're doing okay. You're doing okay here, and may I be kind to myself. It's just taking your time, not just rushing. Taking your time. And remembering your self-care, that tenderness and warmth that you've brought to yourself. So maybe taking it in to the rest of the day with you. For more mindful practices, tips, research, funny videos and funny pictures and everything, just join us on any social media, and we're on Direction Scotland. I hope you can join us again. And be gentle on yourself. Look after yourself. Bye-bye.